Hi guys, today I will show you my quick sketching method using 3D in using Blender to create interesting quick compositions. Using quick interesting compositions, but with the same principle as we are as we used to work in our previous ideas, like with the sketching with black and white shapes and so on. But here we have something much more interesting that we can use the same principle, and I will show you while I'm working on my compositions, because I thought today I'm super tired, but I thought, man, maybe let's roll with the recording and let's have some fun creating interesting compositions, something fun and something more I don't know, better looking than just simple graphic compositions. Okay, so as you can see, I will show the setup. We are in the Blender, and so here we are. I have created some assets. So the main asset that I created is here. It's in 3D code. Sorry, I'm just clicking to bring it to the end. So here we are. I have just sculpted this kind of tower. I don't know. We can play with this theme. I don't know what we are looking at. This is some kind of sci-fi. I don't know, or it's engines of a gigantic spaceship, or we are in some kind of abandoned planet, or some kind of technological wonder thing. So we have this kind of tower. Then I have some elements created like the walls. Then we have I don't know, some kind of structures. I have this kitbash kit from ArtStation. I bought this kitbash, so I use 3D code to make sometimes mixture of kitbash and then import OBJs to Blender. But of course you can drag FBXs or models into Blender. So I have this kind of mixed technique. So I wanted to show quickly how I make this first asset. So I just dropped these three main assets. So maybe not three, but let's see. We have this kind of tower. We have some kind of engine I found on Sketchfab, and I just uploaded it to the Blender, multiplied it. Then we have created. We have some floors. These floors and this all of this stuff is taken from the kitbash kit from ArtStation I found online. I don't remember, but if you type sci-fi LM kitbash on the ArtStation store, you will find a lot of from this guy. He makes a lot of sci-fi kitbash, so it's cool. So okay, so we have this kind of, I just randomly, maybe not randomly, I prepared some kind of scene, and now we can have fun, just, you know, drop, we are in Eevee, so for now I'm working on in Eevee engine, so we are like, look, we are, I will delete these floors, they are not important for now. So we have Eevee, and on the here it's called render. We want to set ambient occlusion to 2 meters at least. I don't know, maybe more if we are on maybe 3. Then we have bloom. It's just random bloom. We space screen reflections. We want this volumetrics. I don't know what it's important. Volumetric shadows. I have not soft shadows, I want hard shadows. And we can press film to have transparent background if you want. We want to easy render something in Photoshop later, but I don't want this. I want to be as fast as, you know, we don't want many don't want to work in Photoshop a lot. So here is I have created some cameras to play with look, to play with the cool compositions. So here is one camera. So here is another camera. How to use camera. So we want to select, for example, our first collection. We don't have very complicated models, so we can click collection, Shift A, and then here we have camera. We press camera, and we have camera. We can name it somehow. Okay, we can change some focal points of maybe 25 to have more wide angles, and we press on numpad 0. So we are like, here we are inside the camera, and here we are outside, so we can freely rotate, and here we are within the camera. If we press N in keyboard, we can see the view, and then we can, while we are in camera mode, or we can press camera to view. This is very cool, cool thing, because, for example, look, let's see, I am now inside camera mode, and I'm like inside nowhere, and I want to look for some cool compositional ideas, something cool that will work for me later inside my painting or inside my job. So I am now zooming, hovering within the composition, and I'm trying to find something interesting. It's like we are lost in some kind of game. And this is a really nice idea, you know, because now I can maybe find something interesting even while I'm lost. Or look, here is something maybe not very cool, but something interesting. Let's see. We can now take this strange camera. We can just press 0, press not viewport shading, and now we can maybe Alt D, so we can duplicate some machinery, some catwalk we have created. Now press 0, and again, and we might try to it's not like that. Okay, we might try to look for interesting shape for our composition. Okay, this is the problem where I cannot see. Okay, I don't know where I am, so let's. Oh, okay, so sometimes we must feel this, how to work around this problem. Okay, so here we have it. Now, as we follow the rule of cool shapes, here I'm trying to create this this interesting shape inside our composition. Here is our camera. For how we can now take when we press camera on the menu, then we have viewport display. We can use passport too, so we can now have a frame around black frame around our composition. Okay, so here I will, for sake of the video, I'm working on big screen, but while usually I'm working in this kind of, so we unselect the camera view, because now we can scroll mouse button and we can have a little window. So this is very important, very cool method, a very cool idea to work while we are zoomed out. So look, here we have another camera, and and we can look for interesting shapes. This is the same principle as I was working, as I recommend you to work, and as I work myself while zoomed out in Photoshop. The same principle is with 3D. Of course, we want to show something, maybe, but for now this is only composition with some kind of 3D elements. We don't want to be, super focused on what I'm seeing and so on. So, okay, so here we have this interesting thing. Okay, so, and the Alt D makes some, it's a copy, but the copy. Okay, so I will for a second I will okay Alt D. We have for example this element. We want to copy it and say we don't want to make. I believe it is that we are making it not so heavy in the program, so it's like a cloned version of this original piece. So when for example I cut for example, or I edit it in edit mode. For example, I don't know, something like did something like this. I pulled stuff from top, and every part that is in our scene is reformed, is modified. But if we are not modifying any parts, we can use this as a really cool tool, and we don't use so many memory. So okay, so here we have another crazy strange composition. For example, it's pointing somewhere. We are hovering inside in our composition. Maybe here is and the scale. So we are in gigantic scale, but for example, we can now move in one scene. We can create many very cool sketches, ideas, compositions. So for example, here we have some kind of space station. Maybe we can put some person here, or we can put spaceship flying here. So there's another scale. Okay, let's move on for the next one. Okay, this one looks the same as the second one, almost the same. Of course, it's not the same. So here, for example, okay, let's play with the composition. Okay. Okay, and now I press space, and I press shift and tilde sign. It's on the left of the one. So we can now walk in the scene. Fly. It's flight mode. I believe it's some. If I'm not mistaken, preferences. In preferences, there are add-ons and fill. I don't know. There probably there is. I don't remember now because I was watching some tutorial like a long time ago, and they were telling that there is. I think there is some kind of. There is preference we can choose to play to put flight mode on or off. So okay, now we are looking for interesting composition here. So okay, let's say we have a view for this space, these towers, enormous towers. Maybe this is some planet, and we are walking here on the construction site. Here we can say the hero is walking and seeing the main tower. There's a I don't know, mission. We want to go there. So okay, here, oh, interesting stuff. Probably I moved something, and then we have a happy accident. So okay, and now we can just okay, shift tilde, and I'm just hovering back, and even this kind of thing is interesting. Look, we have another interesting thumbnail, and we can generate as many interesting thumbnails as we want. So okay, this is the fog information. I will not move it very much. Okay, so density, it's very easy material. We go to the materials, to the how it's called here. Okay, so we have viewports, workspaces, and here we are in the shader editor. Okay, so we press, for example, I want to create a volume scatter, so we press Shift A, we type volume, and we have volume scatter. Okay, so we delete this principal BDSF that is normally on this cube. We plant to volume, and we can play with density. Usually the best density is, I don't know, some low number, because we can see now more environment. I play 0.05. It's more dense. Okay, and so this is the let's see how it works if we have lower density. So we can play. Okay, this looks much better. 0. 0.00, I don't know, 4 maybe. Okay, so we have, it depends on the on this on the frame we are working, so we can make it more foggy, more less foggy, you know, just for fun. I used to work in cycles mostly, but it's slower. It renders better. So for example, we can. Okay, so now okay, we understand the idea with small frames. For sake of video, I am just pressing home. Oh man, fucking! I mean, the dog is barking, not mine, but okay, that doesn't matter. Okay, so here we have bigger screen, and now it's in the cycles. So you can see it's much better, but problem is cycles is much slower, it's heavier. Okay, so here we are 002, and we can see more environment. So depends on probably speed of your PC or what do you prefer. We can play with cycles and with Eevee, with Eevee render engine. You can see how much better the cycles is. It's, I don't know, it's more realistic light, but also I found lately that the render from the oh, okay, from the Eevee is also cool, and it has this kind of game. If we were playing some game, so we can use it to our advantage. Okay, so now I'm just moving elements to find something interesting, and it, for now, for sake of this exercise, for sake of this, I don't know, work mode, or I don't know, you can create some interesting compositions using maybe 2 or 3 shapes, and it's even better to use some small shapes. You can see now I didn't like this, and then so I'm just playing with this kind of shapes and trying to see from the distance if it looks okay for me. Okay, let's assume we are okay, we are happy with this shape. So we are moving to another, and look, here is something interesting. Okay. And now this is the maybe not the problem, but this is I like this kind of foggy stuff, but sometimes we don't want this, so we maybe, you know, we may be more interested in looking in something more or less foggy, I don't know. Okay, so for example, when I change to the cycles, let's see, it's okay, it's cool, but we don't see anything very much. Okay, so okay, we see something. I have idea. Why not move here? Okay. And we have some kind of not cool shapes. We can maybe we can maybe use it to our in our story, or our imagine our narrative that someone is climbing in the on the construction site somewhere in the enormous sci-fi city or space city. I don't know. Okay, I just created light. You know, you can see there is a light, and we want it to be, I don't know, 2000 watts. We want it to be blue. Maybe 2000 is too much. And in the case of you know, Eevee, we start to have problems now, because I don't know, it's not rendering so fast, and you know, I just lost this light, so I didn't lose it, but I mean. Okay, now the Eevee. Okay, so I'm probably just have to press 0 and try to orient myself, try to find, okay, where am I? It's strange. I just okay. Okay, I found the light. We have the light source, and now we can shift D. This is shift D. I duplicate lights with shift D, and now using G for movement, and now let's press X. For example, we are along X-axis, so we can make some interesting points of focus in this rendering. So you can play with this, and we can make some interesting storytelling maybe, or some focal points to follow. Okay, so okay, here we have another frame. Okay, we are too much zoom out. So I'm just looking, hovering with the scene, and trying to find some interesting um, information. So we have because of and I just I'm just I'm just playing with these things. So some area some things some elements are just really destroyed and scattered, like something like that. And maybe we can use this element flying here. Maybe these are some kind of spaceships, or I don't know, some kind of space station stuff. So here, for example, here we have this this element, and I will delete it. I will just duplicate it again. X90. Okay. Okay, so we can try to play with these forms maybe more, to make it more, I don't know, interesting. To find something cool, some interesting. Disk crate is not cool. Delete it. No. And probably this is too much. This obstructs our okay. Maybe we can move in the And sometimes I don't know. Sometimes because of camera, I don't know why it's moving so slowly. So I'm using this method where I can just play in the in video in walk mode. I don't know how to. I don't know how it's called. Okay, so I'm alt D the fog information. Okay, maybe we'll try. Okay, now we have something strange. What's going on? Okay, sometimes the fog is too much for the scene. I don't know what's going on. It depends sometimes. I don't know on the I don't know on what even, because inside. Okay, maybe we are inside in the fog, and now we have this. Let's see. We have this this strange composition. Okay, so we have this flying balloons, or I don't know what's this. So we have, let's say, these balloons, and the player, for example, if we are like making some kind of concept art, or we want to find some interesting things, so the player can walk on, probably is walking here, and he's following some kind of path, and we want to show this. And you can see how it's fun way to build live interesting compositions. We are recording it live. We are maybe not live on live stream, but I'm just recording my process of daily sketches, daily practice, and this is one of very cool exercises that we can practice. And if you don't have to be very much you don't have to know a lot about, for example, Blender or 3D code. You don't even need 3D code for this, so you can just make or buy or download some two, 3, 4 assets from Sketchfab, from Blender Market or from ArtStation, and or you can model yourself something cool, and then you can just, you know, you need to know this volume scatter, you need to know how to operate the camera, so you know, now we are out of camera, we can see the scene. I use very simple materials from Bridge, but it also is not required to have Bridge, and Bridge is very easy to install in Blender. And there are a lot of cool materials you can use. Slap it on the model, on the geometry, or the mesh, and you can use it to have something better or something better looking. So okay, so here we have first scene, second thing. Okay, so because we played with this, okay, we have destroyed our other frame here. Okay, so this is also some kind of challenge, or maybe it's cool even, I would say. It's not a challenge, but we can have fun and we can create one environment, and then inside this environment we can have multiple interesting things, interesting locations, interesting you can see interesting frames, interesting ideas, interesting compositions for our illustration, our future illustrations. Look, here we are inside the, let's say, I don't know, maybe it's a hangar, or I don't know where I have this cube. Okay, we have this cube somewhere here. Okay, I can see you. Okay, so for example, we are here. Maybe the player or someone, something like that. So here's our little guy, and he's standing here. We have epic environment, and we can see, okay, maybe we are going to this space station, to this engine that is constructed, so we can this dense elements. Now we have we are inside. Maybe we were. It's like I was playing the Jedi Fallen Order or other games like Prince of Persia, so where you are jumping around the platforms, and it's we need this kind of to see this kind of environment. Okay, so in Blender probably we can just during this phase of sketching, so we can invent maybe some kind of gameplay even. You know, look, I'm just rotating this random element, and I'm thinking, man, maybe when I press the button, this can be here. Like we can jump, and then it rotates, and then it takes us to the. For example, there we can design maybe later. We can take the screenshots of it. We can have like 20 screenshots of this first idea, and then on top of this, we can be inspired by our sketch, and then later we can just, you know, go here. We are in the second platform, and go here and figure out well how can I design maybe this place, this stuff, using this limited elements. Maybe not. We will not use this because it will destroy our composition. No, it will not destroy our composition. So okay, so here we have this stuff, and probably maybe this player can, the character can just jump here. Maybe there is a button. We can just move here. Okay, so let's play this. Okay, so we are moving now towards this engine, this stuff, this thing. Okay, so it's nothing interesting here. So we can see this. We have a platform, blah blah blah, and nothing interesting. So now there is a challenge. We can design the engine inside probably, and so on. But here we can look. Maybe we are okay. We jumped here and we can see our way where we were first. Here we just can see this environment from stranger perspective. But of course, on the left side corner, this is not looking good. So in terms of composition, we are. It's not nice here. Okay. But you know, this is how we are looking for some interesting something interesting, and we can live on while let's say not playing a game, but we are inside the blender and we are just looking for some interesting shapes. We can just populate the scene with a few assets, and that's how these cool sketches can be our really nice practice. So let's say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. Let's go to 20. So in 12 13. Okay, so the sketch 13, we are just hovering, and we have this kind of, okay, we are here. Okay, here we are. I'm just not this, sorry. I'm just using this plane. No. I want to select this gigantic piece of metal. But also we don't have to be so much stressed that, oh man, we don't see what's going on below. It also serves us this, for example, this light metal part is also some kind of compositional element. So for example, okay, let's say we are in this kind of composition. I'm looking on the another monitor so I can see my miniature version. So while you are working, you can, of course, maybe have two monitors using or one, but this helps to zoom out, as I said you before. So, so okay, let's go 13, 14, and try to be fast in this. So when you are working in the 3D, you have created some assets, some shapes. Of course, we want to have maybe one main cool shape and then some supporting shapes. So like kind of this tunnel, this kind of scaffoldings. Of course, now I'm using my asset that I was working with for some project, but now I'm just reusing this to make some interesting something interesting, you know. I'm just all the time I'm thinking, well, where we are, what is this? Is it space station? Is it, I don't know, some kind of planet that we have big, enormous underbelly of some kind of a gigantic flying city? I don't know where we are, and that's a very great and really cool thing to explore while we are, you know, just okay. So here we are. It's like playing a game, but with our own illustration, design, concept art, whatever. It's also great for I'm using it for work, for clients, for concept art. So when we are making first pass of I don't know, some location, and for illustration, of course, we are using I'm checking if this if we are obstructed somehow by our own assets that we are using, because sometimes, you know, you are clicking, you are having fun with the with the environment, and now suddenly you are losing some other. So it's also maybe it's not a problem because we can just we can hide the element from render, but for dynamic this kind of dynamic 3D sketching, we don't want this to happen maybe. So I at least I don't like to lose to be concerned with the problem of, you know, okay, I just need to remember the where I have this kind of bad element. So look here, I had idea. These are these kind of balloons we are having inside our other screen. So let's imagine these are kind of, I don't know, we can jump or whatever we can do with them, and this is also this kind of tower, maybe something else, but we can indicate a gigantic scale. So let's imagine we are a small person is here, or I don't know if I have some sheep-like shape, but let's pretend this is spaceship. I don't know. Okay, so we have this kind of thing. Okay. So maybe let's see. Okay, we have something interesting happening. Look, we are now playing with this same shape, this main shape, and we are creating some interesting, maybe interesting something. We are looking maybe. Oh man, it's some kind of machinery. Let's see if it. It shows in our other painting, in our other pictures. Look, here we have something, and maybe the scaffolding is going towards the earth. Maybe not. Maybe we would want no, we don't want this. I wanted to be to connect it somehow with I don't know, our big shape. And also, look here, I have the tendency, of course, to be, you know, not stressed, but to populate the composition with big, you know, we have 3D, so it doesn't cost anything to just copy, and of course it's cool, but we want to have this bigger shapes, smaller shapes, and medium shapes. So this is principle. So you can maybe use this principle using mist pass, and we can say we can see if mist pass shows us something, and then we can render it. But it depends on how far the mist is. So you know, you can it's more sketch tool now, but it's almost, if we like our results of what we are seeing, and we think, okay, cool, now I can, you know, repurpose. Now I can use this sketch for final some illustrations. You can render it better. You can paint over in Photoshop, that we will paint over, but not very, you know, maybe not in this episode. I will maybe paint over this in other, or I just, you know, show you one picture. It's not even a paint over. It's like I just screen grab it, you know, screen grab it, and then I will probably just use these sketches like raw sketches screens. Maybe I will just sloppy paste some character, and we can paint, just doodle around, and you can put it on the boards, and then later you of course save your camera, save your project, and you can have some kind of cool, interesting ideas with this compositional exercise. So imagine here we have very cool shapes. We have some light. Maybe we have this kind of balcony. We can probably no, here it's not a good idea. I wanted to see if we can introduce something here, but probably probably it's not a good idea. We can maybe draw or create some 3D model of let's see. You know, I wanted to put some spaceship, but we don't have spaceship, so I don't know. We can have something like here, maybe flying by. If imagine if there is a spaceship and he can, you know, someone can fly here, dock here, and you can walk around here. So this is like imaginative process of making sketches based on this the same principle we used during our our sketches. I don't know what there is in the folder, so I new man. Okay, nothing interesting. Okay, the same project. I was just extracting the stuff from this project, but okay. So here we are. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15. Okay, 15. Now 16. 16th. And as I said, we want to make 16. Okay, here we have something interesting for me. So look, here we have, maybe not. I was thinking that, okay, now something like that, you know, we can put a small character here or that he's climbing in this enormous scenery. And and we can, you know, show some machinery. Maybe there is a lift and we can, you know, okay, next one. We can find something interesting. And this is really nice that, you know, you don't have to render it, of course, everything. You can just create as many interesting, and you can be lost inside this workflow. So let's say, okay, now we can see these towers, we can see some kind of scaffolding, we can place our person. Probably we would like to get rid of this stuff. And I would like to see now, for example, you don't like some things, and we can see if it's used somewhere. If we are using it somewhere. No, we are not using, but I have a feeling that probably 17. Okay. I'm just flying here, and I can see if there is something interesting here waiting for me. And yes, indeed, we have some interesting scattered elements that we just probably while we were just playing with our previous previous stuff, we accidentally created something like this. Okay, we have something interesting, so we will take it. Okay, here we have something also interesting, but I mean, the shapes are interesting, of course, and I will take them. Because I'm not so sure what's this. Okay, this is the fog. And I'm just playing with fog. The scatter material. It's sometimes not... it sometimes don't work like you would like it to work. I don't know why. I mean, what's that? Ooh, what's that? But I'm losing time with this stuff. Why it's not just like... What's that? Okay, nothing. Okay, no, doesn't matter. Okay, cube. Okay, I'm trying to maybe take other cube from and see. You can, of course, we have some kind of strange flying objects here, but for for our composition sake. Of course, we don't need to have folk always. So, for example, in Photoshop, you can erase these elements. You can leave them. There is, of course, there is mist pass, and we can see that we can use on screen layer or lighten layer that, so we have it covered if we don't want to lose. Okay, so here we have our it depends on anisotropy. So if we are inside the square where the fog is and we are looking somewhere else where the rays of the sun are hitting that, then it's affected somehow. So, but it doesn't matter. You can play it more, and I will see how it looks in cycles. Yeah, it looks better now. But you know, it's slower. But it's okay. You don't have to be. You know, you can have some low max samples in the viewport, maybe smaller, 60. I don't know, 20, and render layer. Let's say 1000. It's okay. The noise. No, the noise is like here. So you can denoise, and then you are almost like in the like inside the cycles. So we have the same screen, so we can play with maybe in the cycles now. So we are like playing flying inside our assets. But I don't find anything here. There are a lot of cool, of course, a lot of cool the cool, how to say it, a lot of cool ideas here. For example, like tower. Here is another tower. Okay, Control C, Control V, and the last one maybe in the some more telephoto lenses with 60 millimeters. It's not telephoto 100 would be. It's more like cinematic shot of something. And it should be like cool composition only. We don't think about the logical aspect now, so we want to just have some cool kind of Star Warsy, or I don't know. Yeah, something like this. Okay, I will make another one because I'm just interested what we are looking at, and this is 100 millimeters, so you know we don't have. It's like more keyframe that you know we can see this kind of enormous tower, and for example, something is flying towards it, and it's part of the roof. But for our nodes, I'm making now a nodes with this shape, and I'm thinking what I'm looking at. Maybe this is a convoy of spaceship flying here. Okay, and we are making some. This is the strictly, and we are making this kind of keyframe here. So we want to see maybe there's a hangar here. Maybe these are creatures that are like flying towards the towards something. So here is this. We can leave it. Maybe I don't know. I will leave one for our render, so we can maybe use it somehow. We can use it like a. So we have 1, 2, 3. This could be spaceship even, you know. I will try to. Maybe no. I will try to repurpose this. This is some kind of this tower is not straight, but it doesn't matter. We'll delete these elements in the painting. So here we have it, here we have it. We have some interesting, really cool compositions. We are now seeing some kind of story. We can just now you can, you know, if you are making a series of illustrations, you can just put some guy inside it and he's exploring. You can use this as a blueprint or some kind of idea generator. Then later you can say, oh, it looks like Cloud City in Star Wars. Maybe in some planet we can see maybe the main hero is jumping around to wanting to get some artifact or some destroyed machinery that is located in this strange ruin or old spaceship or something like that, and we are just like exploring this environment. Here is our environment that we have this with cool fog from Eevee, I believe. So, we don't have the cool fog. Now we have the cool fog. So look, another thing. No. 005. We have this kind of cool fog, and now we have this. So let's. This is I'm just checking what we have here. Okay, here is too much dark for our Eevee. Okay, so many for cycles, I mean. Okay, many things are invisible for us now. Invisible. So I will just this is lower the density of to 0. To lower density to of this of the fog. Okay, to 0.020. Okay, it's now too much. And Eevee, how it looks, ooh, it's too much. And now I don't know what's going on. Now we know. Okay, so I have lowered the density of the fog, and we have beautiful pictures. Okay, some final touches. I'm just exploring the idea. Okay, no, it doesn't change anything. So another one, the last thing, we are like making sketches, so it's not very important. But for example, you can see we have this enormous shape of the tunnel, and here we have some kind of random crates, maybe scaffoldings. We can put something here, but it's within the shape. So basically, for human eye, if we are like very much zoomed out. I will try to show you this. If we are very much zoomed out, we see this as one shape. We see this tower, these two towers like one shape. The sky is another. The third, this is almost one shape. So this is the way how you can design your pictures. So we have created 21 frames, maybe 22. Okay, so we have created 22. Okay, now I said 22, so I must make the 22. And they don't have to be very much. Okay, here we have, okay, it's done. We are done today with our practice. So guys, we can say congratulations to each other too. I can say to myself, oh great, you have done great jobs, because I was like very much tired today. I didn't want to, but I said, man, I will record this presentation, this tutorial. I will just, make sketches and record the process of my workflow, and so show you guys how you can use Blender, Easy 3D to kitbash your own cool compositions, your future illustrations. And of course, what we need for better illustration, we need, for example, maybe add some details, but first pass, we have first sketches. We can take this to the Photoshop. You can put it on board, and then you can overpaint it and try to maybe go back to Blender, choose your frames, For example, you want for no, it's not it's cool. So you want this illustration. We have some kind of construction site. So for example, let's say I would like to make put some cranes, workers, maybe some flying ships that supply the construction site, and that's and you know you can try to put some more detailed stuff and to play with, maybe overpaint it and just lose it paint early, because the mood is really cool, the colors are nice. We have this kind of blue violet sky with orange light, and it's very classical and really nice. So I like the results, and yeah, so I hope you liked this presentation, this tutorial. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for other tips and tricks that will be soon. So please subscribe and leave me like, and yeah, so have a great day.